Did you hear about the newest cake craze, buddy? Seems like chocolate and matcha are now old school. Guess what the new trend is? It's seaweed cake. Can you believe that? The aquatic theme doesn't want to leave me, even in my bakery. And well, speaking of the aquatic, I had the most inspiring day under the sea, mate. Have you ever wondered what lies deep under the sea, like all those colorful creatures that we never get to see unless we dive real deep? I've always wanted to explore deeper into the sea and witness those secrets that the ocean keeps. Today I just did. My diving instructor Liam and I decided to dive deeper than we've ever done. It was like plunging into a world of colorful gems, corals, fish, fascinating marine life, and oh boy, the things I encountered have etched memories that'll last a lifetime. I mean, imagine stars twinkling in the night sky, glimmering in all their glory, and then imagine those stars moving, wriggling, and literally swimming around you. Doesn't it sound like something out of a dream? And in the midst of that dream, we spotted something that looked like a sunken ship. We didn't go too near, safety protocols and all, but it looked like an old rusty thing that held 1,000 of the sea's secrets. Diving, my friend, is unlike anything I've done before. It's just full of surprises at every turn. Swimming among moving stars and discovering a sunken ship. Isn't it surreal, my friend? Also talking about surreal, remember Juhwan talking about debugging his complex code? Had quite a chat with him and Yuna. I offered to cook them some of my marine biologist's spaghetti, jokingly of course. I do admit though, it got me thinking about our good old days and Mom's fresh bread. Ah, those were some glorious times, my friend. By the way, have you watched the new Spielberg movie yet? Yuna was raving about it and we might have a movie night soon. Popcorn on the menu. I just hope she doesn't make some weird popcorn spaghetti fusion. Well, guess what? Glorious days are not behind us, they're here and they're always coming. I felt that today as I floated among the fish stars. You know what's funny, buddy? Today, I walked into my first ever music therapy session. A palate cleanser for the ears, if you will. Can you believe I found myself bobbing my head to the rhythm of a jangu drum? It was this rhythmic enchantment of traditional Korean music that captured me, softly lulling the stress away. The sounds, friend, they almost tasted like my mom's warm hand-baked bread, comforting and familiar. The music, it echoed the pitter-patter of the rain on a tin roof, a symphony of pure nature played by the wind against the leaves. Ah. Isn't it amazing how waves of nostalgia can wash over you occasionally like an unexpected high tide? Remember those times we used to fold paper boats and make them sail across the stream after a spell of rain? It's funny how certain sounds and melodies can tug on those old, almost forgotten strings of memory, isn't it? Juhwan, Yuna, and I had a little chat too. We traded popcorn recipes. Can you believe it? Salted caramel popcorn, my friend, is a flavor sensation unlike any other, like a gust of sea wind carrying the scent of cotton candy. Juhwan even joked about spaghetti popcorn. Not a bad idea though, don't you think? Could be a game changer like a goalkeeper scoring the winning goal. We also talked about finding a new anthem for our bouldering sessions. Imagine the cacophony of our laughter, eager encouragement, and now Korean traditional music echoing off the walls. With the right kind of music, even the steepest climb feels like a promenade in the park, don't you think? Oh, and did Yuna tell you about the new movie night plan? It's like the icing on an already delightful cake. Popcorn, chilled-out music, and a great bunch of people. What more could we ask for? You know what's amazing, mate? Today was all about capturing the soul of my meals and projecting them not on a plate, but on a photograph. Sort of like catching a stardust from a star jar and spreading it across the canvas of imagination. I enrolled in a food photography workshop to learn how to tell tasty tales through the lens. Claire, being the seasoned instructor that she is, taught us some genius tips to capture the essence of a dish in a snapshot. Who knew arranging pasta in the right light or positioning a slice of bread against a contrast backdrop could create such enticing stories? It was like assembling a symphony, but with ingredients and camera settings. Sumin joined in the fun too, and we spent the day clicking away the culinary madness in the kitchen. You remember that chat with Juhwan and Yuna? We ended up matchmaking a food competition with a coding event, followed by a hint of a cooking Olympics even. Ha ha ha. Now what gets more bonkers than pitting pastas and pizzas against codes and algorithms? To be honest, the thought isn't that far-fetched. I mean, isn't it a delicious blend of two worlds coming together? And later, the chat took an amusing turn and we ended up coining the name Soul Slingshot for our non-existing yet quirky sitcom idea. Yes, don't ask how. We just did. Lee Min-ho better watch out. We're coming for his spot. By the way, mate, did Sumin tell you about the fusion food event we're planning? It's gonna feature your favorites, spaghetti, lasagna, and yep, Mom's hand-baked bread. We're gonna sprinkle part of her secret ingredient, the one she never shared with us, right from our hearts. And speaking of fusion, we had pizza for lunch, and guess what, mate? We had a Max beer to wash it all. Because there's hardly anything as refreshing as washing down a fiery pizza with a chilled Korean classic on a summer day. Now that's mayhem in your mouth, mate. All right, buddy, I've blabbed enough for a day. I promised Sumin I'd share my zucchini lasagna recipe with him. Plus, I have to practice some curls for my bouldering session tomorrow. Remember, it's not just about climbing the rock. It's also about living on the edge, ha ha ha. I need to get back to work now. Catch you later, superstar.